Lion Sage, Stories for Kids. Chapter 13, 5 Steps to Enlightenment.
Look, Lion Sage, I am serious. I really want to learn to meditate. Let's get started. What do I do first?
Very good. As we discussed earlier, there are 5 steps to enlightenment. They're called attention, concentration, meditation, contemplation, and self-realization. Each step is a preparation for the next, and each one must be understood. When we seek to meditate, we often start with some half ideas, some wrong ideas, and a few really silly ideas. Getting the right ideas is like having a good map for getting somewhere. If you understand these 5 steps, your map will be accurate. When we first start meditating, our awareness is bouncing through many areas of the mind. It's like this ping pong ball, always bouncing. To control it, we call upon our willpower. It's like learning to control the ping pong ball. It takes practice and attention. What is attention? Attention is the first of the 5 steps on the path. We keep awareness focused upon only one thing. The more attention you have, the better you can play or meditate or do just about anything. So pay attention, little mouse.
I do love ping pong, and I do see your point, Lion Sage. When I keep my attention on the ball, I can return it so much better. If I start thinking about dinner, I usually miss it. So attention is the thing I will practice next.
Awareness must be like a hummingbird hovering over a flower. The hummingbird doesn't move. The flower doesn't move. Similarly, your awareness doesn't move. The physical body and the breath have to be in a certain rhythm for awareness to remain still, like a hummingbird over a flower. Once we are really good at attention, we automatically discover the next step, which is called concentration. Think about the flower. Each time your awareness moves, bring it back to the flower. This is what we call concentration, not allowing the mind to wander. Meditation and concentration are similar. Meditation, the 3rd step, is simply a more intense state of concentration. Meditation is careful, close study of the flower's elements and energies. In meditation, you are observing it with so much interest that you forget that you have a physical body. You see the flower in all phases of life, all at the same time, from its beginning to its end. This is meditation. When you are in meditation, you see the world more fully, more deeply than in everyday consciousness. When you are in meditation, you are learning new things from within yourself that no one ever taught you.
This flower is so fascinating. I could think about it all day.
When meditation is perfected, we come into contemplation. This is the 4th step. In contemplation, we discover the wholeness of the flower. Then we go deeper, deeper, deeper within, into the energy and the life within the cells of the flower. And we find that the energy and the life in the flower is the same as the energy within us. The flower is in us, and we are in the flower. We are so very alive that we can't even move. We're not even thinking. Yoga Swami once said, "I went in and in and in and so deep within that a bird was sitting on my head." Why is that amazing? Because the bird did not even know he was a person and felt no fear. In that moment, Yoga Swami was sitting in deep contemplation. From contemplation, we move into the 5th and final step, self-realization. In this deepest state, it is almost like we go within one atom of that vast energy and move into the source of all. There's really nothing that you can say about it. You cannot put the experience of the self into words. There are no areas of the mind in which the self exists. Yet, if it were not for the self, the mind and all things would not exist. You have to realize it to know it. And after you realize it, you know it. It is parasiva, the highest of all things in the universe and beyond the universe too. It is the goal of life on earth, little mouse. Your goal and your highest self well worth striving for. Or to understand self-realization, visualize a lake. Beneath the surface of the water is the unknowable self. The surface of the water, just the surface, is contemplation. We are going to dive through pure consciousness into the self. We will call the physical body awareness. First, we prepare. Attention. We walk around the pool and get ready for this great dive. Concentration. We focus on our objective. Meditation. We examine the lake, studying out what and how and where we are. Contemplation. We stand on the edge of the water, on the brink of the absolute, and then we jump into the source of all. The body disappears. The emotions disappear. The mind disappears into the self that is the real. After this self-realization, we have a new way of looking at everything. We will never be the same. I remember when I first heard of the mysterious self within. After the deep samadhi of self-realization, we see things the way they are. We see things from the inside out. We look at a tree. We see the life energies of the tree. Then we see the leaves and the bark. And we see ourselves in everyone and everything in the universe.
Little Mouse has a lot to think about and a lot to do as well. He knows that to self-realization, you have to really want it more than your life, for that is what it is, more than your life. Attention, concentration, meditation, contemplation, self-realization. Leon Sage has taught him that the realization of the self is worth seeking for. It is worth striving hard for, to be achieved by all souls at some point during their many lifetimes. Mouse sees that we are not on this planet to become educated, to get things, to make money, to have fun, to dress up the physical body, to acquire property, to feed ourselves. We are on this planet for the realization of the self, to know God and our onness with God and with all things. This is what the great minds of the past have pondered. This is what the great yogis have meditated for in caves and in snowy mountains. Mouse knows the great path and knows the goal. Now it's up to him what he will do with that knowledge.